Hey everybody, hope you guys doing all right. So this is an idea for like a multi-purpose vehicle. It's kind of like an ambulance, a garbage and a recycling vehicle, as well as a security and a countering crime type vehicle. So the idea is, I like to make things as interchangeable as possible. So the back part right here could be interchangeable into just being a completely a storage area, or it could be a completely a crew quarter area, or it could be a little bit of both. And then right here, right next to it would be a trash and recycling receptacles, and up top I would like to have compactors so that you could just make more by compacting the trash and then under the recycling material you would create less space from the trash, and so you'd be able to put more trash recycling material into the containers, which would allow you to more time out in the streets before having to go back to the main hub and then distribute the trash and recycling in various places. So it's better, it's more efficient to do it that way. Then right here in the main storage areas where you could have a multitude of different things from a small, you're always going to have a small arsenal, because part of the main functions of this vehicle is to provide surveillance and observation and to counter crime and to figure out where all this fentanyl, all these drugs, all this rape, all this child trafficking, just to more surveillance, more help with surveillance, more help with security, with people trained in security, people trained at knowing how to be aware of the situation, because that's training in itself. It's situational awareness. Some people aren't even able to, or haven't been trained to be able to be aware of the situation. So just by having individuals like that and giving them the equipment they need, like video recording, audio recording, like all the gear they have on, it's going to have body camera, it's going to have audio sensors to pick up all the noise around. And you can also have on the top here, I want it to be interchangeable, type of a mount area where you could put like a water cannon, or you could put a video camera with audio surveillance. You can put a giant antenna or like a satellite, or you could, if you needed to, a potential like anti-personnel or anti-armored car cannon or gun or something like that, some type of deterrent, because we're living in some crazy times. There's a lot of corruption, and some of these very corrupt companies have a lot of money, and they have their own security forces too, so you're gonna have to want to counter for that. So all right, and then moving on here, and because it's a very slow moving vehicle, I know it's kind of an awkward shape, but I designed it to look kind of like this for a couple of reasons. One, it's aerodynamic, and then two, it's also it's more congruent for or conducive, excuse me, for deflection. So I like things that are deflected. I don't want like bullets and stuff like that. Like if you just have a flat surface, the bullet's just going to hit that surface and stay right there. But if you give it a little bit of an angle, that bullet might just hit the angle and just continue to fly away from the vehicle, therefore minimizing the damage. So I like to have designs that are like this. So anyway, yeah, excuse me about my mouth lip. Sometimes I just do that. You'd have medical supplies. I also want everybody to be trained in helping deal with overdoses, because there's a lot of fentanyl overdoses, a lot of heroin overdoses, and also just like, mental illness. Like people, it's not that hard if you're in a healthy state of mind to be able to like talk to somebody, calm them down, help steer them towards a healthy pattern, maybe give them a little bit of food, or maybe if we have a little bit extra food or whatever type of our abundance allows, we could give them some food to help calm them down, maybe even some type of a healthy type holistic sedative. If they're in a very manic or crazy or violent, aggressive type manner, you could give them that. And again, we're going to want to work with the cities, get all the proper licensing and all the proper rights and all the proper privileges to do so. But especially here in Portland, we just had a robbery just like last night, like 300 feet away from my house, and this is a pretty nice area too. And so like part of the, we defunded cops here, and so like the crime has gone up drastically here in Portland. So it's a huge issue, and there's also trash all over the place, and there's a lot of mentally ill people as well as homeless people. So as well as doing all this, everybody that's, there's going to be a security force or a workforce or a crew along with this vehicle, and they're going to be walking along doing their own thing, and they're going to be completely, I'd like them to be completely armored up, because we are going to be going in there with the intention, the known intention, that we are providing surveillance and security for areas. So we're going to be watching drug interactions, criminal interactions, like, Portland here, there's some serious, I have some issues with them allowing so much drug use. Like this hard drug, like allowing people to do hard drugs wherever the place, is pretty much what's allowed here, is just allowing more hard drug use. And it's like now you have people doing fentanyl and all sorts of crazy things, like riding the buses, and it's just, not only is it detrimental to their health, but it's also bad for people. Like I've been on, just coming down here from Sandy, I was on the bus, I believe, and somebody started smoking fentanyl on the bus, and then they smoked a cigarette afterwards. And it's like, that's in a closed space with a bunch of other people that have to smell these chemicals and breathe these chemicals and absorb all these chemicals that you're choosing to put into your body just because you chose to do it on the bus. and they're very lenient about this stuff. I've heard about other people witnessing these type of things, and like everybody on the bus was kind of like they're like, this is a relatively normal thing. That's how bad it is. So, and I know it's worse in other areas too. So this will help combat that. And like I said, we're gonna have anti-overdose kits installed put into the vehicles, as well as on the team, the members themselves, because I also want to have each team member walking around, maybe not each one, but give them some type of a hand cart or remote control cart that has gear. You could have a shield on there, you could have a shovel, you could have other type, maybe even an armed rifle or a larger weapon if you need to, tools, hammers, jackhammers, things to help repair houses. Like, not only is I want it to help secure the area and combat crime and clean up the area, but also to help provide repairs and maintenance and remedies and sickness cures. If there's people that are really dying of sicknesses, we have some anti-cancer treatments or some tinctures, some samples, or if we have an abundance, we can just give them away, or find some type of an exchange system to help them out, to help really give them the remedies they need to heal from their ailment, but also to instruct them with the information of like, hey man, you got to stop using this, you got to stop using this, and then to also give them information and links to our movement and our projects, so if they feel like getting a new job and changing their living situations and helping perpetuate something that's good for themselves, or maybe better than what they are doing, and they can do so, and they can talk with people on the streets in person, see what we're doing, get a good feel for the vibe and the job and how the work is, and the training and the cool things they get to use, and the gear and the security and the technology that goes along with it, and the purpose and the cause and all these type of things. So yeah, I mean, I haven't read all the little side insert ideas, things that I've written out for you guys, but if you all want to take the time to read them, you can. My writing's not the best today. It's kind of chicken scratch, so I apologize for that. But yeah, anyway, I think I'm pretty stoked. It's a job that I would love to do, because it's just something that fits my type of personality, as well as something that needs to be done. Like, there's just an issue here, especially importantly with crime, drug overdose, mental illness, trash, and homelessness. So this idea would help solve virtually all of those, if not all of those. So, all right, I love you guys. Hope you have a good day. All right, bye.